Hello, Internet friends. I'm Ryan, and this is Demos in the Dark. I've really enjoyed these comparison videos that have been going on this channel as of late. And, we kind of did a few at the end of 2020, started out 2021 with Rat Week, which was exhausting, yet totally satisfying. And what I've found is that I actually learn a lot through the process. The process ends up being incredibly educational for me. And so selfishly, I enjoy that. But it also makes me a better presenter. And it also makes me a better resource for those of you who send me questions, which I enjoy. I enjoy it even more when I have the answers. So I just really have come to appreciate these comparison videos. So I wanted to dive into something cool here. There is a trend that is pretty new. I would say probably within the last 3 years that would have been unheard of 10 years ago. And it is the ampless rig. If you would have had an ampless rig 10 years ago, you would have been beat up probably. But it is starting to become really commonplace. And there are lots of different ways that you can achieve an ampless rig. And my friend Tim Marcus over at Milkman has a solution for the ampless rig. He has the Amp 50 and also the Amp 100. And this is rated at 50 watts. This is rated at 100 watts. And what we're looking at here is we're looking at a pedal board amp with a tube preamp on it, all tube preamp. And it looks like an amp. It's got volume, treble, bass, got some reverb. This one has a tremolo built in. The 100 has a boost, got a master volume. And you can take this, you can run it out to a speaker cabinet. You can also run it direct. And then there is a pedal out here, which I'm assuming is to run out to a cab simulator, like a Cab Zeus or an Iridium. And Tim and I were talking about, getting one of these on the channel. And he was like, well, which one do you want? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, let's do both. Let's do both because I have no idea what I want. This is totally new territory to me. I don't know if I want the 100 or the 50. So let's try both. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a quick run through on these guys and see which one I'm going to see which one I like the best. And hopefully you will find out which one you like the best. Let's get some sounds out of these two here. But first, I'm running a Bunting Guitars Alice. Very, very cool guitar. And I have these running into a speaker cabinet with two Celestion Heritage Greenbacks in them. This is the way I see myself using this. And we'll go into some of the more direct options later. But this is my preferred method, is using these running into an actual cabinet. So we'll start with the 100. I got everything set noonish, and let's see what kind of sound we can get out of that. Cool. I really like the way that sounds. So the 100 has a boost on it because I'm guessing, because it's a little bit harder to get this puppy to get something rated at 100 watts into dirt territory. So you got a boost there. So let's fiddle with that a little bit. I'm going to try not to blow stuff up because this can get loud. All right, so now on to the 50, the white one. So the difference we have here is we have a tremolo instead of a boost. Still have a reverb. Rated at 50 watts. I think what we're gonna hear is that it breaks up a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. It probably leans a little bit more on that preamp tube to saturate. So let's find out. Everything's kind of noon. All right, here we go. Yeah, you can already hear some of that tube saturation happening, and it's running at pretty much the same volume I believe we started at the 100. All right, so dirt pedals. We use dirt pedals. And I have pulled in a Timmy V3 from Paul Cochran. Let's hear how that goes through this 50. We also love some fuzz, so let's bring in the Brute from Spiral Electric. So that was great. That was super cool. I liked how, at certain points you could feel you could feel the overdrive and the fuzz kind of button up against that preamp tube, and that sounded good to me. That's the kind of stuff that I'm really into. I think we're gonna hear pretty much the opposite with the Amp 100. I think you're gonna hear a lot more headroom, a lot more clarity, and less compression. So I got that dialed up here, and I got that same Paul Cochran Timmy. Definitely more going on in the headroom there. Sounded great though. And let's get that fuzz back. That Spiral Electric Brute. There again with the fuzz, you got way more headroom. It's less compressed, it's less squishy, less preamp. So that's what you're getting out of there, and that is a cool thing. I would say if you're a big pedal player, the 100 is probably the one that you're going to want to go with. If you're really kind of more into the chunky kind of rock stuff, the 50 is probably going to be more your jam. If you really like that, how pedals and drive pedals and boosts and stuff like that will work alongside with preamp tubes, that's your jam, then 50 is probably more your way to go. But how I imagine myself using these is, you have gigs all the time with backline stuff, and it's usually an amp you don't know, plugged into a cabinet you don't know, and you're kind of like, you got 10 minutes in between set times, and you got to figure this thing out, And I think one of the things that could be cool about this is just put this on your board because it. Just bring a speaker cable, and the most you have to deal with is a cabinet that you don't know. So you're kind of reducing some of those variables, and I think this would be great for that. But the other thing that would be great for is if you are into running direct. So let's try direct next. One of the things that is really awesome about this 100 is that you can get those really big Fender Twin cleans, and it has a cab simulator on the back. And so we turn that on, and what you're going to find is that, if you're a big pedal player and you like using a lot of delays and reverbs and stuff like that, you're going to find that everything is very crisp and very clear and very clean and just really rich and great sounding. So I have an Alexander Pedals history lesson paired with a Eventide H9, and you can get some really nice sounds out of this. So we have it. Just a brief look at the Milkman 100, the Milkman 50. If you have been in the market for one of these, hopefully I answered some questions for you, and hopefully you are able to make a better decision as a result of this here video and the time that I was able to spend with these. I really enjoy these a lot. They sound great, and I definitely recommend them.